Hello everybody. In today's lesson we are going to talk about two ways of speaking about the future using will and going to. Then we'll talk about the zero conditional, and our last topic for today are going to be modal verbs may, might and could. In front of you have a table which explains when you should use will and when you should use going to. So we use will for predictions, especially after saying I think or I don't think. For example, I think she'll pass all her exams. We use will also for offers and promises. So if you want to make an offer or if you want to promise something to somebody. For example, I lend you my umbrella, which is an offer, or I won't come home late, which is a promise. And lastly, will is used for decisions that you make while you are speaking. So instantaneous decisions. She isn't answering her mobile phone. I see, I'll text her. On the other hand, going to is used for predictions, especially when they're based on what we can see. So there has to be some kind of present evidence in order for you to be able to use going to. For example, look at that black cloud, it's going to rain. And going to is also used for intentions. So I'm going to work hard next term. That's your intention, that's your plan. On these blanks you should write either will or going to, and these hints on the left side of your screen should help you a bit while doing so. So at this moment I would like you to pause your video and do these exercises. So let's check. Come on, I will help you. And why will? Because you see, this guy says, I don't think I want to jump. But he's already geared up and ready to jump. So his friend makes an instantaneous offer and says, come on, I will help you. On the other hand, in the second picture you can see a clown who has obviously lost his balance, and you can see the plates falling. Because of that, you have to write he is going to fall here. The same tasks, only different examples. I don't think I will play tennis today. Why? Because it is raining outside. But what's more important is that you can already see that this guy in the picture is holding a tennis racket and is wearing a headband. So he's obviously been preparing himself to play a tennis match, but he cannot do that. Why has John got those flowers? He is going to say sorry to his girlfriend. So as you can see, John has already bought some presents, and that's why you use going to here. So let's do another exercise. So here you have to write the correct form of going to or will. Pause the video and take a minute or two to complete the dialogue. What are you doing this weekend? I am going to see a new play tomorrow at the Royal Court Theatre. So that is a plan. she intends to do so. Have you got the tickets yet? No, I'm going to get them this afternoon actually. Would you like to come? You have here actually, which implies that Jessie has planned to get her tickets this afternoon in advance. Oh, thank you, that would be nice. Okay, I will get your ticket too. So, instantaneous decision. Great. What time does it start? 8 o'clock. But we are all going to meet in the Green Cafe at 7:15. Once more, a plan. Okay, I'll meet you in the cafe, but I will be there around 7:30. That's fine. Oh, one other thing. I've got no money at the moment. I will pay for a ticket on Saturday. Is that okay? So she firstly she realizes that she doesn't have any money at her disposal at the moment. So based on that, she says, I will pay the next day, that is on Saturday. Jessie says, yes, that's okay, no problem. Great, why don't we go eat something in the restaurant? That's a good idea. I will phone the others and see if they want to come too. So this is a question made on the spur of the moment. So this Laura hasn't planned, hasn't made any plans to go eat something in the restaurant. Good, and I will book a table for us. Great, I will meet you there in a moment. Now we turn our attention to the zero conditional, which is used to talk about general truths, like snow melts if you heat it. If you don't water plants, they die. If you go to bed early, you can wake up early as well. So these general truths are facts. In the zero conditional, we use the present tense in the if clause, and we use the present tense in the main clause. By the present tense, I mean present simple. So snow melts if you heat it. The if clause, as you can see, can come both before and after the main clause. If it comes after the main clause, we don't use a comma. For example, you breathe slowly if you are relaxed, or snow melts if you heat it. However, if the if clause comes before the main clause, you have to use a comma. So you have a task on your screen, so you have to form the zero conditional using only these verbs here. So pause the video and take a minute or two to solve the task. If you leave butter in the sun, it melts. Plants die if you don't water them. If you mix green, red and blue light, you get white light. The same thing applies to the sentence number 4. If you mix green, red and blue paint, you get white paint. Metal turns red and then white if you heat it, and if you subtract 1 from 56, you get 55. Our last topic of today are modal verbs may, might and could, which are used to talk about possibility in the present or in the future. In combination with may, might or could, you use the infinitive without to. For example, they may be at home right now, or they might or could be at home right now for the present, and for the future, he may, might, or could go out this evening. We use might not or may not for the negative. We don't use could not. We use could, may, and might to express degrees of possibility. Many native speakers disagree on which one expresses more or less certainty, but for the purposes of this lesson, I've written here approximately the degree of certainty. So the restaurant may close. It is likely that the restaurant will close, but you can never be sure. The restaurant could close. It is less likely that the restaurant will close, but then again, there is a possibility. The restaurant might close. There is only a possibility that the restaurant will close, but no one is very sure. This is your last task for the day. All you have to do is fill in the blanks with the correct form of these modal verbs: may, might, and could. So let's check your answers. That dog may, might, or could be dangerous. These in brackets you can see perhaps the dog is dangerous, but you don't know. So based on the degree of certainty, you can use all three modal verbs, all of these. I wanted to go to the baseball game last weekend, but I could not go because I had a lot of studying to do. During the winter, temperatures in Toronto are usually below 0 degrees Celsius, but this year it may, might, or could get as cold as -20 or even -30 because of the wind chill due to strong air streams. This sentence is similar to the first one. Based on the degree of certainty, you can use all three. Did you know that John and Manwy had a big fight yesterday? Really? But they announced their engagement only a couple of weeks ago. Well, what can I say? They obviously may not or might not get married after all. So be careful not to use could not here. And may I come in? Of course, please do come in. And that's all for this lesson. Stay healthy and bye-bye.